YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching the videos. What's going on? They moving a lot of loads today. They moving a lot of loads today. What's going on? Where you at? I'm up here in Cartersville picking up another bill load. It's my favorite load to get me started. It's the only load that be paying anything come out of Atlanta. It's the only way you gonna get $1,000. $1,000 a day coming out of Atlanta. So gotta get you a bill load. Let me show y'all where I'm backing into right here. That's what I'm backing into. You coming by? The yard guy. You know these yard guys, they don't like to wait. Yeah, we backing in. Yeah, we backing in. All right, yard guy, move. Hold on, y'all. I know I just turned on the video, but I'm trying to back in. Hold on. You know I just got my CDL. Y'all know I don't know how to back. All right. Alright. I gotta go back here and put this chalk on the tire back here. Let's put the chalk on the tire. Yeah, we backed up there. Congratulations, Vincent. What happened? Hold on, y'all. Let me get back in the truck. Y'all talking about something? Let me what I'm talking about. See what y'all talking about. Oh, rookie back in. Vincent going back to truck driving school. Your boy Rich said $2,200 for a clutch input shaft replacement. Are you gonna do it yourself? You know, I mean, you could do it, man, but you need a motorcycle lift to get up under there, because when you them bolts, when you pull that transmission off the input shaft, you're gonna have to get up under that transmission. Them transmission's heavy, so you need a motorcycle lift to catch that transmission when you pull it back off the input shaft. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, you can go to Harbor Freight and get you that's my whole thing though. You can go to Harbor Freight and get you a motorcycle lift to catch that transmission, and you can pull it straight off, and you can line it right up with the bolt holes, and you know, that's it. That's my whole thing with doing a clutch job on a big truck. Like I did a clutch job on a car before. The transmission about this big, right? So you just pull it off. I mean, the transmission on the car, like a front wheel drive car, they're heavy, but it's about the weight of a watermelon, right? About 50 pounds. But a big truck transmission, I don't know. So Vincent McKay, I'm going to truck driving school. I've never been to truck driving school. Yeah, all truck driving schools are not the same. So depending on the type of school you're going to, it's depending on the type of training you're going to get. I recommend going to a community college or a tech school or something like that. You get way better, deep, thorough training than you going to an independent truck driving school. Because like all they doing is you running through 180 hours. And so a lot of these truck driving schools, to get that 180 hours, you're looking at 2-3 weeks, right? And they're knocking y'all out, all right? Your first week you're gonna do classroom work. The second week you're gonna do range work, and then the last week you're gonna do on the road training. They're gonna take you out on the road, and you're gonna learn how to shift. If you never shifted a stick shift before, they're gonna teach you how to double clutch, how to make turns, go down hills, up hills, how to deal with traffic. But the thing is, in truck driving school, you really don't learn that much. Because you don't have enough time to digest all that information. That's why I recommend going to a community college. Because if you go to a community college, the community college or tech school, they're gonna be more thorough with you. And you looking at it at a truck driving a community college, you probably looking at a good 2 or 3 months. To me, I think that's better. You get way more training, but that is if you got the time. Like if you go to like a regular independent truck driving school, you would get your CDL in about 4 weeks. That's quick. You have a CDL in 4 weeks, but you won't know what you're doing. And so you won't learn nothing until you get with your first company. Your first company is going to teach you everything you need to know about the real trucking stuff. Going to shippers, receivers, picking up loads, time constraints, appointments, making your loads on time, running your logbook learning how to work your logbook and work the loads within the limits of your logbooks to get the loads on time and make money within the logbooks. You learn all that stuff at your company. When you get with your first company and you get with your trainer is gonna dictate the rest of your career. That's so you gotta hope that you get a good trainer, because if you don't get a good trainer, that guy, he's gonna dictate everything that you're gonna learn. And when you get assigned to your own truck as a solo driver, if he didn't teach you nothing, you ain't gonna know. You're gonna get into trouble. So I was blessed enough to have some damn good trainers. I had 3 trainers when I got my first trucking job. So I had 3 trainers, and I had a guy. My first trainer, he was I think he had like 5 years experience. He taught me everything. like load planning, how to use a map. The whole it's like a lot of the stuff I still use today, man. My second trainer, he was a dedicated driver. He didn't really teach me nothing, man. He didn't really teach me nothing. My third trainer, he was an older dude. I think he'd been in trucking like 30 years, man. He showed me a whole lot of stuff, man. But I mean, I don't really get into that rookie driving stuff because that's not, that's not where I'm at. But, I mean, if y'all got some questions, if you new to trucking and you got some questions on truck driving school, and you can email me at fofotrucker@gmail.com, and I do the best I can to help you out, But I mean, it's if you never been in trucking, man, it's a big change in lifestyle because you always in different cities all the time, and you going to different places, you far away from home. If you're not comfortable with being far away from home and going to all these different places, getting lost every day, like as a truck driver, you're a professional get lost person. That's what you do for a living. You get lost. Like every load you get lost, because you don't know where you're going, man. And so, I mean, I'm to the point where, knock on wood, I don't get lost that often anymore. I don't know what it is, experience, I don't know. But when your first 6 months to a year in trucking, man, you're going to be getting lost. You're going to be getting lost. And so the best thing I can do to prevent getting lost is calling the shippers and receivers and getting the addresses directly from the shipper. Triple check, double, triple, quadruple check your directions with Google Maps, and double, quadruple checking with the shipper. Get the phone number to the shipping receiving office and talking to somebody, because some of them phone numbers, they got directions, and so they'll tell you the trucking route to get there. Okay, so that's what I recommend. Don't let the company brainwash you, because the company, they'll tell you, oh no, man, don't call the company. Call your fleet manager. No, don't call your fleet manager. Call the shipper and receiver and let them know you're a truck driver and you was looking to get some help with directions, and get your pen and pad ready. So, and once you hit up a bunch of places, I say after about 5 or 6 years, you don't hit up a bunch of places, your rate of getting lost kind of goes down. So I'm at the 10, 11, 12 year mark, and I don't get lost that much. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. But that's because, I book my own loads and I go to a lot of the same places over and over again. So, but hey, man, congratulations, man. Welcome to the business. Welcome to the business. How you doing?
Need you to disconnect that red airline phone.
Okay. Hold on. Thank you, sir. Some of these places, they require to lock your trailer to the dock. They got to put a lock on your air supply line. Some of these yard guys, they'll do it, and some of them want you to get out the truck and disconnect. So, but do I know anything about Bruce Oakley Dump? Nah, I don't know nothing about Dump trailers. But I mean, I know that's good work because you can get in a local situation. Them garbage haulers for waste. waste management and stuff like that. That's a local situation if you're trying to get a local job. They don't make no money, but I mean, you know, it's a local job. But I talked to an end dump guy. He said he made about 12 or 1300 a week, and he get paid by the load. So, you know, all them guys that pull grain, garbage, and all that, man, that's plenty. That's plenty of work. That work ain't going nowhere. That's steady work. Garbage is everywhere. Everybody need garbage, you know. So, Fofo, can you teach me how to alley dock? Yeah, I can teach you how to alley dock. But the best teacher of all is experience, you know. You know, I really don't have time to be doing that kind of stuff. But there are instances where you got to do it because you would have a dock. You would have a dock door that you got to back down on your blind side. So that forces you to alley dock. You know, you're going to have some docks out there. You're going to have some docks. I was on a Target dedicated load, and how the store was fixed up, right? Let me turn the truck off. So how the store was set up, the dock was on this side. Okay, the dock is on this side. So if you're facing this way, the dock is on your blind side. That means you have to blind, and it was like in front of you, there's like a wall, okay? Maybe like a wall, maybe like 40 feet in front of you. So here's the street right here. And so you have to blind side dock or alley dock your trailer into the dock. So you know, depending on what kind of trucking you're doing, you get plenty of experience doing all kind of maneuvers. Preferably, I like a dock on this side, okay, where the building is set up on this side and the dock is right there. So you gotta do is just pull up and back in. But if the dock is on that side, so now you gotta pull up and then blind side back that way. And so you gotta be careful because those docks at those retail stores, they go down into like a hole. So that way the dock level can match the level of your trailer deck. And so when you're backing, right? You're backing, you got a blind side back down into a hole, and not to mention your trailer is sticking out because those docks are like real skinny. It's just enough room for your trailer to fit down into that dock ravine, whatever you want to call it. And so it's all kind of dock situations. You're gonna have to blindside off a street, you have to back in off a busy street, you're gonna have to you just got to jump in there and get it done, man. So it's always some spooky dock situations, but I don't know about teaching somebody. I just do it. I do what I got to do. You see the dock, so oh man, I got to back in here. You just back on in it and get it done. And so I don't like blindside docking. I really don't like it. Especially as a owner operator, I really don't like it because you asking for an insurance claim. You asking for it. You asking for an insurance claim, man. You are asking for it. You know, I know some guys be like, man, I can back in there. Yeah, you can do it, but you running a risk of hitting something. You only got one time. You only get one time. You hit it. That's it. You can't rewind time and be like, oh shit, I fucked up. And no. You hit it. Now you gotta call the police. Now you gotta get a police report. Now you gotta get statements. Now you got to get the owner of the property, the manager. You gotta get this. Now you gotta do this. Now you gotta call your insurance company. Now you gotta sit there and waste 4, 5, 6, 7 hours of your time. And now you gotta follow up with all that, and not to mention if something tore up or broke, now you gotta get that fixed. No, it's not worth all that. It's not worth it to be Brody and cocky about it. Okay, so I don't got the time for it. Now, if you're a company driver, you might can fool around with it, because as a company driver, if you hit it, as a company driver, if you hit something, you might get a little slap on the hand or get written up, and your fleet manager may make you do like a safety video or something, right? You still keep your job, from my experience of hitting stuff. You still keep your job. You might get suspended for a couple of days. They might bring you into the terminal and suspend you for about a couple of days or a week, but you still have your job. You miss a week's of pay or something like that, and then you come back to work and keep it moving. But when you're on the operator, nah. I try to set myself up to where I don't hit nothing. Okay. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be a show off out here, because a lot of guys, they'll get out here and try to be a show off. No. I'm making a living here. I'm not out here to be showing off, doing backflips and putting on an entertaining show for other people. Okay, I'm not trying to do it. If I see a spot that I can't get into or can't back in, or a suspect, I'm second thinking it, I just ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I just don't got time for it. Not today. Hold on, y'all. Let me put on my APU here. But that's just my opinion, though. Some guys may think otherwise. Where I live in North Carolina, community college costs about $500 to $800. They require you to have a permit when you enroll. Okay, that's a good deal. But we talking about guys who never ever been in a truck. So that's why I say a community college where I live at, you're looking at about $1,800 to go through a CDL, a CDL course. So you're looking at about last time I checked, tuition is about $1,600-1,800. That's what I recommend. Going to a tech school, a community college. That's what I recommend. It may take you a little bit longer, but your training is gonna be way thorough. It's gonna be cheaper, and you're gonna get a way better training experience. You're gonna learn more. They got more time to teach you the stuff you need to learn. Okay. I mean, basically, what you learning is just enough for you to pass the state test and get your license. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing about the business, but you know the basic stuff just to get your license and pass the state test. You know what I'm saying? So I know here in Georgia, in the Atlanta area, you go down to Jackson, Georgia, to do your test down there. They may have changed it. It's been 11, 12 years since I've been to a CDL state thing. So, but last time I checked, it's down there in Jackson, Georgia, and they got a whole lot. So then the instructor, what they do is the state officer or whatever, they take you out on the road, you do a few maneuvers, they make sure you know how to turn your blinkers on, you wear your seatbelt, you pre-trip the truck. They watch you pre-trip the truck, make sure you know how to pre-trip the truck, and then you do a couple maneuvers. You do a couple backing exercises, you back, and and a couple little things, and be boom, you pass. Easy as cake. Easy as cake. I had an Uber driver pick me up. His license plate said, lost again. Oh, man. I don't like when they ask for my key. Yeah, some places ask for your key, but I got 2 keys, so hold on. Yeah, I got 2 keys. I keep one on my belt and I put one in the ignition. It's all kind of little things you learn out here because I've been locked out of my truck I don't know how many times. When you get tired of paying that $200 locksmith fee, you'll find all kind of ways to protect yourself so you don't get locked out of your truck. So, you know, Richard, look up a YouTube name, Oakley Harper Driver. He give you an info what you're looking for. Okay, yes, it's all kind of drivers on YouTube. See, like I do drive-in, so you know I don't really have much to talk about. It's nothing exciting about a dry box. Dry box is dry box. That's what it is. You know, I did refurbs years ago. I was on a dedicated account for a little bit of time, but all I know is a little bit of reefer and some dry box. That's all I know. I don't know nothing about no flatbed. I don't know nothing about car hauling. I don't know nothing about that stuff. 5Gs here in Cincinnati. Yeah, it just depends on what school you go to. Only thing I can tell guys, when I talk to guys who new to trucking, the first thing I tell them, stay away from CR England and Roadmasters. That's it. If you can stay away from CR England and Roadmasters, you'll be all right. Like I talk to guys who got $15,000 in debt going to doggone Roadmasters. I'm like, are you crazy? When you got truck driving schools all over the place, the average price to go to truck driving school, from what I've been seeing, is about anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. $2,000 to $5,000. As long as you within the $2,000 to $5,000 range, you'll be all right. Anything more than that, they railroading you. About $3,000 to $4,000, I'd say is a decent price to go to a truck driving school. I bump into guys, they don't spend $10,000, $15,000 on truck. I'm like, yo, I don't know where y'all ain't do no research. It's like you got to do research, man, and make sure that you're getting the best price out here. You know, you got to do your research out here. Go to you're right. Go to a community college for free. Yeah, because if you sign up for financial aid, and if you don't make no money, you can go to a community college for free. You know, just sign up for financial aid. Now in Georgia, they got the WIC program. So the WIC program is kind of like the Hope Scholarship program. And it's a grant program, and you can pretty much go to a trade school for free. You know, you can go to truck driving school, AC mechanic, AC technician, auto technician, cosmetology school, all that for free. You just sign up for the WIC program. So that's what they got in Georgia. Now, I don't know nothing about any other states, but I know in Georgia they got the WIC program. It's through the Hope Scholarship program. Now, the Hope Scholarship, that's for a 4-year school, but the WIC program, that's for a trade school. So you go to a trade school through the WIC program. And so it's pretty much free. It's a grant. They cut you a check. Well, you don't get a check. You get a voucher. And you get a voucher and you go down to the school and then you enroll and you get your CDL or whatever you're trying to get into. Auto body, AC technician, auto mechanic, whatever you want to do. So I forgot all about that. I just pulled my first load under your authority. Man, congratulations, man. Cadillac 395 said, I went to Alliance truck driving school, cost me $5,000 long time ago. Yeah, you don't made that money back. That was a damn good investment, don't you think? Damn good investment. 5 years ago, you think you're gonna got your money back. You got your money back. I know you have. I know I got my money back. I spent $3,000 to go to truck driving school. I done made, I don't know how many times my money back. It's a damn good return on investment. Because, like I told y'all before, I was in the middle of going to school. I was in the middle of college, and I decided to just go ahead and get my CDL and just get a job. Like my first year with my CDL, I think I did like 45,000 my first year, and so that was the first time. That was the first time I received like my W-2 having that kind of money in a year, and so you know, and since I have my CDL, I haven't been back to college to finish up my degree yet. I've been meaning to, but you know, I mean, I got my own truck and trailer. I mean, I know a lot of people with a college degree, and I make more money than them. You know, so it's, but you know, depending on the industry you in, you know, college degree could help you. You know, if you're getting into engineering or something like that, or a doctor or something, or you know, that kind of stuff, then you know, college degree will help you. Computer programming. I mean, but the thing is, to be a computer programmer, you don't need to have a degree. You need to have certifications to come, you know, different certifications for different programming languages. And so you really, I mean, you could get a computer science degree with a major in like you know, different computer languages and whatnot, computer programming or something like that. But then you still got to come out here and get a job. You got to prove your worth. You got to start at the bottom. But, you know, it's just networking, man. You just get out here and network, you know. In 1999, I went to All-State Career in Maryland and paid $6,500 for a CDL. And see, I mean, that's at the top end. $6,500 is like the top end where I want to spend for a truck driving training. So, because you paying all that money for only 3-4 weeks of training. When I went to truck driving school, it was 3 weeks, 180 hours. You get in there, class starts at like 6 o'clock in the morning and don't end it runs all the way until 6 o'clock in the evening. So you're doing about 12 hours a day. So you're doing 12 times, I forgot how they did it, but you know, 12, and the school ran 6 days, I think. 12 times 6, that's 72 hours. 72. I forgot how they did it, but I think they did like 10 hours a day or something like that. 10 hours? But the school ran all day long. You get up, when the sun coming up, you don't go home until the sun go down. You just constantly, you out on the range, doing your backing maneuvers, you know, taking turns, doing your backing maneuvers. And so the instructor will come out and he'll be like, okay, today we're going to be doing alley docking. So they're going to have cones set up over here, and they're going to have some day cabs. Like at the truck driving school I went to, they had day cabs. They was like cab over day cabs. They was cab over day cabs. So you kind of standing up but sitting down a little bit. And so they was have these cones, and all you be doing, it had like 4 or 5 trucks set out there, and everybody would take turns doing alley docking, alley docking, alley docking, alley docking. And so the instructor would be out there teaching you, okay, the whole situation on how to alley dock a trailer. Because when you take the state CDL test, you don't know what the CDL test, what the state officer is going to require you to do. On my CDL test, the officer just wanted me to do a 90 degree backing maneuver. So that's it. I got to set the truck up and do a 90. So you got to keep the truck close, and then you pull up, and then you swing out and back over, and you just back the trailer in. So that's all he had me to do. But depending on the state officer you get, he might require you to do an alley dam dock. But so that's how the truck driving school. So the first week you're doing classroom work. You learning about the regulations, logbooks, all the compliance stuff, all that. And then once you're done with that, the book work, and then you go outside on the yard. That's how you do that. You get out there on the yard, and you practice all kind of different backing maneuvers, and then you do you practice your pre-trip, learning the different components of a truck, what you need to be looking for the truck to be safely going down the road. And then the last week you go out on the road, and the instructor show you how to shift the truck, make wide turns, and you learn how to control your trailer tandems when you're making the right turn. Because when you're making the right turn, you got to learn how to control your trailer tandems. So if you never ever ran a truck before, a tractor trailer combination, you wouldn't know how to do that, right? But you got to learn how to do that. And so when you're making a wide turn and it's a light pole right there, you gotta know how to do a button hook turn. They got a button hook. You got a it's different terminologies for turns, but so a button hook is when you come out and you swing out way left to make that turn, so you can control your tandems. So you basically got to learn how to ride your tandems right on the edge of that curve when you make that turn. And so when you're a company driver, that's a big issue, because a lot of companies don't want you riding curves with your tandems, because you're running a risk of blowing a tire. Now, if you're a company driver and you blow a tire running a curve, they could charge you for blowing that tire. But once you get with a company, you know what to tell them and not to tell them. Never, ever tell your company, the breakdown department, that the reason why you blew a tire is because of your own doing. Because then that get back to your fleet manager, and then you got issues. Then you got issues. And so, I could talk all day long about trucking, man, but you just got to get out there and just learn. What up, Fofo? Just want to thank you for the motivation to get my authority on Wednesday. Will be my first 30 days, and I have moved 18 loads. Thanks again. Yeah, man. You think with your own truck, better pull for a mega carrier or stay on a load board and book yourself. It just depends. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Is this Ike Stevens on here? 15 students at $97,000. I think you talking about money a week, man. We doing it wrong. That's what I was saying. I thought about starting a truck driving school, man. I really thought about it. Cause all you gotta do is just go buy you some. You can go buy you some day cabs. You can go buy you some old day cabs. You can find some old day cabs about 15 to 20,000, and find you some old trailers. They got to be roadworthy, nothing crazy, but just some basic roadworthy equipment. Get you about 4 of them, 3, 4 of them. Get you about 3 or 4 of them, and you do that, and get you about 3 or 4 of those, and start your truck driving school. Before you know it, man, you be doing, let's see, $5,000 a truck let's see, $5,000 per student. Say you do 5 students, that's $25,000 a week. $25,000 a week. You get what I'm saying? Because you got so many drivers coming in trying to get their CDL. Every week you got a new set of drivers coming in. But in the beginning, you can't do drivers every week. You're gonna have to rotate them every 2 to 3 weeks. Because like I'm just by myself. But if I get with a couple other guys that been in trucking that want to teach other guys, so we can split that down the middle 3 ways, and we can rotate through guys like every 3 weeks. Every 2 to 3 weeks, we rotating through guys, getting them trained up to pass their test. Do you think a 2018 Great Dane Reefer is worth it living in California? Well, first of all, I would get the hell out of California. That's just my opinion. Move out of California. Are you talking about buying a 2018 Great Dane trailer? I don't know, man. A brand new Great Dane Reefer is gonna cost you about $50,000-$60,000. So, if you living in California, it's a lot of reefer freight that come out of California. I would get a used reefer. You can get you a good solid used reefer about 25 to 30. So you can get you like a 2012 for about 30, somewhere in there, 35,000. You know, you get you a 2012, 2013 reefer, man, and you know, but I wouldn't buy no brand new reefer trailer, man. That's just too much doggone money. Cause your payment on that reefer trailer gonna be $1,000 a month. Then your trailer payment gonna be $1,000 a month, $800-900 a month. That don't even include insurance. You know, reefer loads pay good, but damn, you know, but damn, you know, your return on investment is gonna be like 5 years out. You won't be making no money with that trailer until you get it paid off, and so you got to be careful